Hi everyone, I just got a massive library book haul. It's 9 books. Today was my last day of school. I had my final this morning and I immediately went to the library because I'm ready to disappear into my room and just read for 2 weeks straight. So, um, I got The Kingdom of Back by Mary Lou. I didn't realize till now this was by the author of Legend. I read the Legend. I have Pursued by Jerry B. Jenkins and Tim LaHaye, which I read the first book in this series like a year ago. So I'm decided to get back into it. I have The Young Elites by Mary Lou. The Night Hunt by Alexandra Christo, who also wrote To Kill a Kingdom, which is a book I have on my shelf back there somewhere. I have The Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, and this one I picked up because the cover looked cool. Well, most of these got my attention because the cover looked cool. Especially this one. A Thousand Heartbeats by Kira Cass, which sounds like a romance. It looks like a romance. I enjoy a good, clean romance. And then also, I love Kira Cass. I've read a bunch of her books, The Selection and some of her other. This one is The Librarian of Oswich, which I figure if I'm getting so many fantasies, I might as well throw in a historical fiction. But I'm looking forward to it. And then Sophia, Princess Among Beasts by James Patterson. And Night of the Raven, Dawn of the Dove by Rati Mehrotra. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I am looking forward to reading all these. I did some research on them before I actually brought them home from the library. They're all supposed to be clean, but you can't always tell. I'm really looking forward to this. Hi everyone! Today I'm reviewing the books that I got at the library. It's 9 books, so I have decided I'm going to split it into 2 videos. I'm going to be reviewing them in the order that I read them. I read the first 5 in 4 days, and I read the last 4 in 5 days. So I had a lot of fun. I really sprinted through these books, and now I'm going to tell you guys what I thought about them. So the first book I read was Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. It is a fantasy. It has a little bit of romance, but it is clean. It is Japanese mythology. The main character, Gu Minyoung, is a gumiho, which is a 9-tailed fox who lives by eating the energy of men. And she's always struggled with the fact that she has to kill to live. But one night, she saves his life. And on the night that she saves his life, something happens. Her pearl, her soul, basically, comes out of her body. And the book is their story of trying to put it back in. They save each other over and over. They become friends, love interests, just finding family within each other because they both don't really have that. And I enjoyed this book. It wasn't my favorite that I got. I will be talking about my favorites later. But yeah, it was a good book. And I really enjoyed the mythology part. So the next one I got is The Night Hunt by Alexandra Christo. This also has like mythology, but it's not based off of any real life mythology. Like there are gods and there are monsters and creatures, banshees and vampires and all sorts of stuff, but it's not based off of any like mythology that you can find in the real world, like Japanese mythology or Greek mythology or anything. It's completely made up, which I found that fun. But anyway, the main character's name is Atia. She is the creature, the monster you see on the cover. She is a Nephis. She's the last of her kind. She feeds off the energy of people. One night, she accidentally kills a man while protecting one of her friends. She scares him to death. And Silas is a herald of the gods. He has been sent to curse her. So he curses her, and then they make a deal. He will help her break the curse in order to get her powers and her immortality back if she will help him regain his memory. And the story is their journey to do that. And I really enjoyed, there's a plot twist in here who Silas actually is once he gets his memory back. I was able to see it, but I really enjoyed it. And up to the last minute, I had no idea how they were gonna make it work. But it was clean romance and fantasy, and I really enjoyed this book. Next up, we have The Young Elite by Mary Lou. Sorry, The Young Elites. I can't read it. I did not care for this book. I did not like this book. I do enjoy the author Mary Lou. I've read 2 of her other books, and I enjoyed both of them. I just did not like this one. So this is dystopian. A sickness has ravaged the country, and all the adults who caught it, they died. The children who caught it, many of them were changed. Some of them, it's purely physical appearance, but some of them gained powers, and those children that gained powers are called the Young Elites. So this particular girl, her name is Adelina, discovers years after she got sick that she has power. She joins the Dagger Society. I feel like the main reason I did not like this book is because it's the story of a villain. I'm not really into that. I want a happy ending. But Adelina is a villain. She tells so many lies, and they snowball so much until they just plow her over along with basically everyone she cares about. I do feel like if someone likes that sort of thing, they'll like this as well. I do feel it is for slightly older audiences than Legend. It's still clean, but like half of it takes place at like a brothel or a pleasure court. She doesn't do anything, but you know that sort of thing's happening there, and I just didn't really enjoy this book, but I'm sure other people do. Next, 1,000 Heartbeats by Kira Cass. This was one of my 2 favorite books that I got at my library book haul. This is a romance. It's clean. But I've read a bunch of Kira Cass works, and I've enjoyed all of them, so when I saw this at the library, I immediately knew I had to get it. But I really enjoyed it. At the beginning of the book, Princess Anika is a princess. Her older brother is heir to the throne, her father is king, and she is being forced into a political alliance with a man she does not like. The love interest, who isn't the love interest at that point, is part of a group who is going to try to take over her kingdom. And he is the guy who does the dirty work for the leader of that group. By the end of the book, they're married and they have a child, and they're king and queen. So a lot happens in this book. It is a very thick book. But I really enjoyed it, and frankly, with her fiance, I never wanted someone to be a traitor so bad. But I really enjoyed this book. It's clean, it's warm and cozy, but like there's still, how are they gonna get to be together? There's so much between them, and I enjoyed this book. Then we have Sophia, Princess Among Beasts by James Patterson. And for me, this book was just interesting. I didn't really care for it. Like, I'm glad I read it just because, you know, it was kind of fun, I guess. But I'm never going to suggest this to anyone. I'm never going to reread it. So she obviously is a princess. Her name is Sophia. Her father is assassinated, and there's another nation that's coming to take over her kingdom, and she falls sick because she visited a village that had a disease. In the middle of her sickness, she's told she's gonna die, and she wakes up in the middle of the night, and she's in a carriage and going somewhere she has no idea where. She ends up in a kingdom of beasts. She is a beast herself now. They never explain why, which annoyed me, because by the time she leaves the kingdom of beasts, she's no longer a beast, she is human. It really annoyed me that the author never explained why, because I feel like that'd be a huge way to show a character arc or something similar. So she's in this kingdom. It turns out the kingdom of beasts that she is now in is, in fact, the nation that's planning to attack her kingdom. She is supposed to choose between that king's top monsters to marry. She ends up recognizing one of the boys in that kingdom as someone she knew, so they end up working together, and, you know, she ends up killing some of the monsters that she was supposed to choose between, and they overthrow the ruler, kind of. They save her kingdom. There is very, very little romance in this. I feel like it was probably written for like 12-year-olds or something, so there's really not much. But it was clean. It's kind of fantasy, and it was interesting. Well, thank you for watching my video. I'm going to be posting a part 2 where I review the other 4 books that I got at the library. I really hope that you come back and watch them, because one of those books is my other favorite that I got from the library. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.